11 tonight. International fame for Cincinnati Parks. Cincinnati has a strong connection to Olympic host country China, thanks to the Cincinnati Parks Department.
Yeah, Mayor Mark Mallory will lead a trip to China this November to dedicate a friendship garden created by Cincinnatians for our sister city, Lezhou.
And the mayor actually saw the fruits of another parks exchange during a sister city trip to Germany just this summer. And I know, Laure, you were there too.
I was with Mayor Mallory in Munich because we wanted to see what Cincinnati Parks is doing for Munich. We found out it's a relationship that goes both ways.
You can see the benefit of having friends around the world at Ted Berry Friendship Park on the river. The star attraction is a sculpture from Munich called the Castle of Air.
This material is polished steel that is used in rocket from the European Space Agency.
Did we have to pay for this, or did they just provide it?
Well, they provided it. They provided it completely.
To thank Munich for the Castle of Air, Cincinnati Parks designed a friendship garden for residents of a Munich neighborhood called Riem. They have a lake for swimming and now a garden for walking created by Cincinnati. The winding pathway represents the Ohio River. Flowers are planted on mounds that symbolize the 7 hills of Cincinnati.
Cincinnati dedicated today this great park.
The dedication in 2005 was beautiful, but not this day.
And we said, what represents Cincinnati? 7 hills, the Ohio River, a Cincinnati Park bench.
It was raining when Mayor Mallory visited, but he could clearly see.
Well, Willie, I tell you, you guys have done a great job on this park.
The sun came out as the mayor arrived in Munich's West Park to visit the newest garden designed by Cincinnati. The blue path here is also the Ohio River out of recycled crushed glass. The white stones are bridges to Kentucky.
This is great.
The crowd included sister city mayors from France and Scotland.
This is information about our Parks Department. We're so proud of the flower bed that was put in. Did you meet our Director of Parks, Willie Carden? Fantastic.
Cincinnati Parks really helping develop an international image for our city?
Absolutely. Well, I'm not sure that people always realize just how famous our park system really is. Well, I think it's fantastic, first of all, to have Cincinnati Parks depicted in other cities and in other countries.
Cincinnati Parks designed this garden for Munich, Germany, and now China wants one too.
Cincinnati Parks is creating one for Luzhou, China.
The park is being built as we speak. We receive pictures of the groundbreaking.
Local volunteers who collaborated on the design will travel to China in November to dedicate the park and learn from the Chinese.
We hope to see a lot of the Olympics construction, because we know that the Olympic Village in Beijing is full of environmentally designed buildings, and we hope to learn a lot from that.
Luzhou Park officials helped design this year's butterfly show. And they had an idea to draw more people in, put a big red arch and giant butterflies outside. It worked. This was the most successful butterfly show ever. The Chinese incorporated traditional costumes and artwork and even a tea ceremony. But they're not just here for the show.
We also did some professional training here in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati is training Chinese and German park officials how to do this.
That'll work out.
Marshal volunteers to work in parks for free. And Cincinnati is learning how the Munich parks attract visitors.
Well, I think they like our playgrounds.
The one thing that they do in Munich that I think they do better than any place else, they allow the children to play. It's okay to fall in Munich.
Schneider showed us playgrounds where kids climb steep objects and rock on water pumps.
I can see how kids would love this.
They even play on ropes 5 feet off the ground.
I think they might think this is a little too dangerous for kids in Cincinnati, but sure is fun.
Munchins are very tough, and we got to get a little tough for ourselves.
Cincinnati's getting a lot of ideas from Munich parks, like this slide. Whee! Woo! Whoa, somebody made this thing faster.
It's definitely a kid magnet.
We wanted to go here, to come here because of the slide.
Carden says this is perfect for our new riverfront park.
This is priceless. This is what I want for the park.
He also wants one of these.
We really don't have rose gardens within Cincinnati. I like to incorporate some rose gardens.
Maybe some of this beauty and some of this fun will come to a park near you thanks to our global friendship. The mayor is also hoping for some business.
It's really about building relationships and sharing information, learning from one another, having the kind of cultural exchange that makes for a good business exchange. All of those things become very, very important when we're trying to bring a company from Germany to Cincinnati or vice versa. We're trying to expand. Those relationships that are in place make those efforts so much greater.
And if you wonder how much taxpayer money was spent on the trip, about $1,700. The Sister Cities Committee paid for the mayor's flight, and his expenses were paid by Munich because they invited him. But the mayor did spend $1,700 from his budget to fly over a staffer. And the Parks Department did not use any taxpayer money. They used donated funds for their expenses. Now, one of the highlights of our trip is something I call the Singing Mayors. So go to wlwt.com in the Spotlight section to see the Singing Mayor's story and all the extras we've got there.
Love that slide. You think there's a chance that we might actually get one here?
I hope so. I know that Willie Carden is working on it. So.
He is so passionate about everything he does
He
for
is.
our parks. You know, I know there were a lot of people that got to go to Germany. How many people, how big's the group going to be that goes to China?
It's even bigger. The mayor's going to be leading a few dozen people, and many of them will be local volunteers who helped design this garden in China. So also go to our website and check out all the photos.
All right, we'll certainly have to follow up as well.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Laure.
Maybe China.
Yeah, maybe.